Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. Hopefully, you guys all had a very good Friday night. If you did follow most of the advice I gave you guys last night on the podcast, you probably did pretty good. CC Sabathia got you a solid 40 points. Rich Hill went off for what, 52 or 55. So it wasn't too bad. Those were the two top pitchers that I recommended, and they both did pretty good. 40 points is really not bad for Sabathia since he was only 7,800. My Atlanta stack, it didn't do too well at all. I thought they would do a little bit better. But San Francisco, I was telling you guys, there's a lot of them on the model that were really high ranked, and for good reason. You know, they did pretty good last night. McCutcheon did good. Belt not bad. Panic didn't do too bad. So if you did a little bit of a San Francisco stack, you weren't looking too bad either. So overall, it was a loss for us last night. I kind of went a different way. I went GPP. I stacked Washington, and they just decided to suck. They had an easy matchup against Vargas over a 7 ERA, and he blanked them. So, it is what it is when you're picking the Nationals. But anyway, we got a 9-game slate today, and, man, there's a lot of really bad pitchers today, and we got 3 top-of-the-line studs. So, interesting slate today. If you want to go medium on your pitcher or you want to spend up, there are relatively quite a bit of mid-range players to pick from tonight. So anyway, I'm just going to we're briefly going to go over the starting pitchers just to see who is today. We got Kershaw against San Diego. We all know how that's going to go. We got Kluber. Both those guys I really like right there. Obviously, you got Verlander as well. Pittsburgh against Milwaukee. Sanchez against Miami. Chacin against Pittsburgh. Marquez against St. Louis. Mike Fiers against Minnesota. Robbie Ray against Seattle. Mike Leake against Arizona. Sonny Gray back in the rotation against Baltimore. Jamie Berea, I don't know how to say his name, against Houston. Chen against Atlanta. And this is where it gets trash here. Cashner against the Yankees. John Gant against Colorado. Heath Philmeyer against Cleveland. Brett Kennedy against Los Angeles. And Steven Gonzalez against Oakland. So, as you see, terrible pitcher. Has up and down, but overall not that good. Gets a really good team. John Gant, 3.97 ERA, not looking too bad, but he is in Colorado. Cashner, up and down pitcher against a really good team. Wei and Shin, same thing, up and down pitcher against a pretty good team there in Atlanta. So, and then you got Sonny Gray going back into the rotation. He's been just trash. He's in the starting rotation here today against Baltimore. So that could go two different, obviously good or really bad. So, let's get into our starting pitchers here. Like I said, it was a pretty good pick last night, so hopefully tonight it's not too bad either. Right off the bat, you got Kershaw and Kluber as number 1 and number 2. Keep in mind, these are all pitchers for the entire slate, so obviously some of these guys are from the early slate. So obviously I'm going to pick the ones from the main slate. So like I said, Kershaw and Kluber, number 1, number 2. Opponent rating 3 and 4 overall. A little bit better K rate here for Kershaw than Kluber, but I still think they'll be still half decent. Both of them depends on who you pick. Both of them are pretty good options. Verlander against Angels, opponent K rate, they don't strike out a lot, so he might get 6 or 7. Definitely my third option if you're looking at those those 3 top dogs there. And then we got Robbie Ray dropping down here against Seattle. They don't strike out a lot either. That could go really in any way there. Let's see if I can find any value for you guys. We got Chacin, not looking bad. Pirates don't strike out. Suarez, Porcello, Jameson Tyone. So, there's not really any cheap pitchers that are looking half decent here. Most of them are kind of trash. So it looks like you're going to kind of have to spend up for Kershaw or Kluber here. I guess if you want to go mid-range, maybe Robbie Ray, but that's kind of, risky. Hard hit percentage for lefties for Seattle, gets Robbie Ray for 25th, so they can definitely hit him. And they don't strike out a lot. So I don't really feel comfortable there. Like I said, Kershaw, Kluber, probably my 2 to pick, obviously, in cash games. In GPP, I have no idea where you're going to go. Maybe Chacin. Like I said, you can maybe go Ray, but I don't know. It is a hitter's ballpark. Ray's been up and down. So, Kershaw and Kluber, that is what we're looking at here. All right, so we're going to go through these hitters as normal. It's the entire slate. Unfortunately, we can't get away to just exclude the ones that aren't playing. So manually have to go through and find the ones that are playing. So these are ranked from top to bottom on the ratings. So anyway, we got Mike Fiers as the number one rated player here for our slate. 377 Walva and a 251 ISO against Mike Fiers, which, kind of a GPP play. I don't think a lot of people are going to have many people against Mike Fiers there. He's been pretty good with Oakland. So anyway, looking at it, favorable matchup tool rank is 3rd overall, 10th on the home bomb detector rank, so he could hit one out. Average tool rating is 8.50, which is legit. That's really, really good. You're really liking that. Split tool ranks 11th. So it looks like Eddie Rosario is a pretty good pick. I don't think many people are going to have him. Like I said, against Fiers, he might be the one guy to pick. As you see, there's not too many Minnesota guys here up on this list. Going down a little bit, like I said, most of these guys are from the early slate. We got Polanco against Chacin, 336 Walva, 212 ISO. That's the second-ranked player there. Let me see here. 16th on bomb. And then stack ranks 20th. So it's not looking too bad for him. 89.2 for Polanco. So both those guys probably won't be too well owned. David Dahl against John Gant. 403 Walva. That's really high. Definitely like that. German Marquez. I don't know, man. It's up to you if you want to pick some St. Louis guys. Every time I go out, stack against Marquez, he does pretty good. So Matt Carpenter, like I said, he's been hot, so probably can put him in there if you want. Yasiel Puig here against Brett Kennedy, 377 Walva, 259 ISO. He should hit one tonight. So if Puig's in the lineup, he's not bad. 3,500, I think you can put him in there. Jose Ramirez, you can stack him in there, get him in there. 5,000. Going to be kind of hard to get him in there tonight. Obviously, if you're going Kluber or Kershaw, but man, his numbers just don't lie. He's really good in a very good matchup as well. Moving on a little bit lower, Chris Taylor. He's only 2,800 on FanDuel. Get him in your lineup if he's starting. 350 and 204 Walva. I love Taylor tonight. Very cheap option there for the Dodgers. And then we got, once again, you got Kike Hernandez. He's not a righty killer, but if he's in the lineup, why not maybe put him in there? Going down a little bit, Carlos Gonzalez, if you want to go that way. Probably won't hit a bomb here with a 196 ISO. Mike Fiers with Logan Morrison. I don't think he's even with the team anymore. If he is, maybe put him in there. Then you got Mark Canha as a cheap option, only 2,600 against Steven Gonzalez. 342 Walva, 253 ISO. That's looking pretty good against a lefty. So Mark Canha, if you don't know, that's where he kind of does his damage. So if he's in the lineup, maybe, put him in there, 2,600. Can't really go wrong. Definitely will help you out getting Kershaw or Kluber in there. Johan Camargo, hopefully I said that right, against Chin. 406 Walva, that's really high up there as well. Cody Bellinger against Kennedy. A lot of Dodgers are going to be very popular here tonight. You got Bregman there as well. So, it's going to be a really good stack night. Like I said, the only thing is you can't really get anyone in there with going these big boys. So hopefully someone opens up throughout the day. Maybe Marquez, but that's kind of pushing it there. Anibal Sanchez, he's looking good on paper. He's probably your best bet there against Miami. I didn't see him on here anywhere. There he is. Overall, that's Aaron Sanchez. My bad. Anibal, they're not really liking Anibal Sanchez tonight against the Marlins. So that's up to you guys. If you want to go that way, it looks good on paper, but it's not really looking good here on the models. So, up to you. As you see, Mike Fiers has really bad rating. So maybe go GPP twin stack there. Like I said, I don't think anyone's going to have the Twins. They're all going to be stacking, the Dodgers and some Cleveland guys and stuff like that. So if you want to go GPP, don't mind stacking, like I said, some of the Minnesota guys, probably lefty bats. Like I said, Rosario is the number one pick there on the slate. So that is mostly it, kind of a shorter video. It is a 9-game slate, but I'm really liking the slate. I really do. Like I said, clear-cut favorite for pitcher Kluber and Kershaw. And then going to have to find somebody mid-range pitcher if I want to stack like crazy. But, Dodgers stack, obviously that's the way to go. We saw what happened last night, scored 11 on them. Cleveland, like I said, if you want to stack one or two Cleveland guys, there's some cheap options there you can probably go to. If Diaz starts, I don't think Allen's starting anymore because of Encarnacion. But, there's a couple cheap guys that you can maybe go there for Cleveland. They're not all expensive. Alonso, he had 2 bombs last night. He might be half decent, only at $2,800. So definitely a couple Cleveland guys you can look at. There's Allen at 29. And then Oakland and Minnesota, like I said, if you want to go GPP, the models like Rosario as the number 1 pick here tonight. So I don't think many people will have him. Logan Morrison, he's not even playing. And then let's go look at Atlanta. They're not really liking that one there. Then maybe a couple New York Yankees there. As you saw, they weren't crazy high in the model, but, they are facing Cashner. And another kind of a GPP, you could easily stack a couple Baltimore bats. If you want to go that way, you could easily put, 2 or 3 of them in there and then stack the LA game. And, a couple Cleveland guys with a couple Baltimore guys if you want to go that way. Not saying it's the right way to go, but as we know, Gray is just so bad this year that any team really looks like they can hit him. So that is it, guys. If you enjoy the video, please leave a like. We do appreciate it. Yes, I know baseball is not the most exciting thing. And, NFL is not too far away. Like I said, we will be doing a video for Week 1 NFL. We are very excited for that. We'll love to have you guys join us. We got $30 a month for NFL. I know it's still about a week and a half, 2 weeks out, but we're definitely letting you guys join. $30 a month. The season's going to be $150. So we'll love to have you guys join for that. That includes playoffs for that. And like I said, NBA is still a little bit out, but we're definitely excited for that. We know you guys all know how I do at that. So MLB, like I said, took a loss last night, but as you guys been seeing, we've been doing pretty good. I think that's 11 out of 14 days. So we've been hot. We really have, like I said, bad night last night. We're definitely going to come back here tonight. Come join us. $8 a day for MLB or $30 for the month. To get in on that, click on the Twitter link in the comment section. Just hit us up, say, hey, I want to get signed up, and we'll get you all signed up. So like I said, we'd love to have you guys on board. So, 9-game slate, not looking too bad here tonight. Hopefully this information helped you. Like I said, please take it into consideration. Use the information I'm giving you. Like I said, if you would have followed it last night, you should have done pretty good. That is it. Hopefully you guys have a good Saturday, and we'll see you guys all here on Sunday.